for a second. Is Secret Wars the new Endgame? Is that it? Is that their endgame?
I am firmly on the no.
Well, what do you think they're doing then? Which way are they taking this?
I think we're going to have something completely different with Kang. And it's whatever happens, like the multiverse collapses in on itself, you know, for whatever reason. They beat Kang, multiverse collapses into one timeline. Cool, that's how that movie ends. They think they've won. Like how Endgame happened. They did the time travel, they beat Thanos, they think they won. Guess what? That led to Kang. That led to Loki introducing the next big villain for the MCU again. And then afterwards is Secret Wars. I think that's how you do it. You lead one into that. You don't use Kang to set up, or you use Kang to set up Secret Wars, but his ending isn't going to be Secret Wars. I think as we said the other week, like Secret Wars is too big. You have an entire phase dedicated to that, and then you end it on a Secret Wars movie. You don't have Kang leading to that.
I mean, you know, if you look back at 10-ish years ago, or just something, people said Avengers could never work because you expect people to have to understand, yes, the Hulk lives in the same universe as this Captain America and Thor movie, and people bought into it. So the conversation then shifted to, well, they're going to get too big in Guardians that nobody's going to believe the talking raccoon. Okay, now we got to move the goalpost to nobody's going to accept this. But the amount of conversation we've all seen when it comes to Loki, for example, that thing has tracked so far ahead of most Disney Plus shows to the level of MCU top-level films. It's quite obviously brought a lot of people around to look at it and talk about it. And I think Secret Wars is that name value. It has that value, but I think that is something you save for, again, a little down the road. Like, I think it'd be too soon to do it right away. It needs more build-up to make it feel more grandiose.
Yeah. And I can understand why it's the big name, like a multiversal war. Well, what's that in Marvel? Oh, it is Secret Wars, even though Secret Wars isn't really a multiversal war because it's on one planet.
Yeah.
Because everything's stitched together. So that's just pure semantics. They can obviously change that up.
Well, yeah, because what you want to do is basically in the new Avengers run, and in the beginning of Secret Wars in 2015, you did have two universes fighting it out before they blew up.
Yeah. Also, in fact, that the Hickman run with the whole incursions is the perfect thing to do for the Kang to lead into a Secret Wars.
Yeah, I mean,
have it start like you know, have one or two exploding already.
Like the big end game battle with Kang is them having to destroy a planet.
Yeah.
That's how it all kicks off, and you lead it into that. You give Kang his own story and time to breathe, and that first incursion is what he's after Secret Wars, but you're trying to stop him, and that first incursion is the end of that movie.
Yeah.
You have that phase, and then every now and then in the big movie you have an incursion, and it just keeps happening, and it gets quicker and quicker and quicker until bang, Secret Wars.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I think like you really need to give Secret Wars time to set up and then breathe. It's too big.
It is. It's such a big concept. Like, you know, talking to just casuals that I talk to, and they're like, constantly, there's a couple casuals that always surprise me because they ask me questions. I'm like, you shouldn't know this, but I guess you do because you've probably looked it up online or something. And
IGN's probably made an article about it.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, talking to people like that, and they're like, even they're intrigued by the idea, and hearing about it gets them even more excited because they're starting to, even the everyday person seems to be connecting the dots about this whole multiverse thing and what it means and how far-reaching and big it can be. And I think with that in mind, you know, looking at that aspect of it, you start to understand that the name value is there, and the way you present it has to be somewhat simplified for the everyman, but you can't sacrifice the entire concept of it to make them, you know, just be a big part of it. So you do have to, like, tread carefully in what you're going to do, and I think they're going to find a way, because they always do. It's Marvel. They seem to be finding ways to be able to handle these crazy ideas. I think that Secret Wars is probably not the next big thing, but the thing after the thing. You know, it's like, whatever the next film is, they're going to deal with a smaller scale, and Kang is still going to be doing his thing. And in like 10 years, you're probably going to get the big blow off.
Like, one of the things, hopefully they do show when it does come, is before that, is you see Doctor Strange and Doom, or more specifically Doom, kill Beyonders and take their power.
So that's just Secret Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's 3 Secret Wars. Oh, it's all Doctor Doom taking the Beyonders' power. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Well, that's...
Also, I think, people had this argument for Civil War and Infinity War. It's that you need more characters.
Yeah.
And yes and no for those 2 stories.
Yeah.
But for something like a Secret Wars, you need more.
I think
you need lots.
I'm all like, now I'm like thinking, I was like, now who's going to be part of the Illuminati? I know they got most of the characters, but we don't have 2.
Oh, they're absolutely changing that lineup up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like, I don't know if they can introduce Beast in a timely manner.
And
well, that's another reason why it takes a while. You know, you need to set up. There's not enough pieces in place, and whatever happens with Kang at the end of this arc, and Illuminati being set up there is the perfect spot for that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. They got their way. They got a good way to set up the whole Secret Wars and tie it in with Kang and do various things and do the Illuminati and do so many different little things that, like you said, I think Secret Wars needs to be bigger. Like, Secret Wars as a scaled back event does not work. Civil War worked because it was a different
It's
type
ground
of...
level.
Yeah. And we also see that the MCU, people don't realize how much they've expanded their roster of characters in just the last 2 years. It's honestly, it's huge. Like, they've added more characters than they did the entire last 3 phases. It's just ridiculous how many characters are being added. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I also just realized how people are speculating on, what's going to happen with Secret Wars. They like look over one of the other event shows, Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no way they do that in Secret War. No way. You'll get Battle World style shows.
Yeah.
Guarantee. I'm firmly in that wagon. Absolutely.
I want a Legion Battle World where they try to go Whimsy and Noah Hawley. They're just like, stop. Nobody gets this. You're too... get your passion art project from high school out of here and just give us proper Legion, all right? Just get out of here.
I want the Silent Room.
Ooh, yes.
Was it the Silent Room? Or the Silent Bar? Whatever Black Bolt.
Yeah, it was like a bar, but I can't remember if it was called the Room. Yeah, Silent Room, where you can actually...
So I'm pretty certain it was Silent Room.
That would be cool. So I think we're all agreed. Secret Wars is happening. It's going to be quite a ways off. I am still 100% convinced that when the Russo said we're coming back for Secret Wars, they were not lying. I think they're literally going to come back and do Secret Wars. Like,
as long as Gay Russo doesn't come back.
The cameo.
The only thing I'm wondering is if they're going to show the Punisher scene during the incursion. Where all the villains, all the villains are just, it's like all the villains are in that bar and drinking, and the Punisher knocks the door open. This is, I don't know if I have enough bullets, everyone.
It'll essentially be that scene from the opening of Warzone at the dinner party where he spends like 4,000 bullets in a span of 3 minutes just mowing everybody in a mansion down. You're like, boy, that was violent. Oh, what a movie. What a movie.
I don't think it'd be like, I don't know if you'd call it, at that point we'd call it a multiverse. What is it? An omniverse is what it would be at that point?
An omniverse is a collection of multiverses from like different franchises.
Oh,
so like,
okay.
If you were to, if you put like Space Jam, Ready Player One together, that would be an omniverse. It's a collection of multiverses.
Yeah. So if they start using, was it Ultraverse characters in there?
I mean, look, This is Disney.
Just bring in Miracle Man. That's all I want, Marvel.
Yeah.
Miracle Man.
Secret Wars is Disney looking to print Marvel. They would just be like, hey, what IPs aren't we using? All right, Tomorrowland, Tron Legacy, Pirates. Toss in one of those pirates. Get Orlando Bloom. He's not doing anything. Just watch. Secret Wars is going to be like Disney, the live action movie.
I say they'll do the Omniverse when they've completely run out of ideas and they want to cross it over with Star Wars. That is the one time they do it.
When Feige's ruling both from an Iron Throne, make it happen.
I was going to say when Feige's like 6 foot underground and long gone. Unless he's like a brain in a jar somewhere. He's like, yeah, screw it.
No, he's going to be like Walt Disney. He's going to be frozen. That's an urban legend.
He's going to be frozen next to Walt? Like, is that how it's going to work?
Walt doesn't matter anymore. Feige's the new papa of Disney. So.
Just underneath Epcot.
Unplug Walt to be like, we got somebody that's not racist. Oh, damn. So yes, Secret Wars. There we go. That's a discussion for you guys. I'll separate that into comments so we can distinguish between the two there. So there we go.